How's it going? This is Talk Show Central RTV style, and this is Royal. And tonight we have Sharky in the house, guys. But tonight is a special night, guys. You know, we're a show that brings you the information. We bring you the music, bring you the artists, we bring you the authors, we bring you the life coaches, we bring you medical people, we bring you anything you want, we bring you. But tonight we have easygoing politics, and guys, tonight we have Rolando Rodriguez that's running for Congress, U.S. Congressional District 38. So, guys, with further ado, here is the man of the hour. Dun, 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 dun. Rolando Rodriguez, running for Congress, District 28. How are you doing, Mr. Rodriguez?
I am fine, Ray. Thank you so much for this great start in your program. You really sound like a superstar.
We try.
And you know what? That's what we need. Decimos, necesitamos ánimo. That's what we need.
Ánimo, energía y pasión por la comunidad.
Es Distrito 28.
Distrito 28.
Yeah, you said 38, but it's
28.
Oh,
28.
Sorry. 28. Hey, we got some comments coming in already. Hey, look at here. Leah. Go, boys. Hey. Well, do you mean go, Cowboys?
No.
I know what you mean. You know, because Rolando's as tough as the Cowboys. You know, he's like one of these tough guys that came in. You know, taking care during the pioneer days and taking care of business and making Texas the great state or the great republic that it became, and then now the great state that it is. And we need Rolando in office, guys. So tonight's show is going to be about him telling us about his life, his passion for the community, show us his heart, and hopefully some of you that are not wanting to vote for him will hopefully change their mind and will decide to vote for him. And those of you that love him and support him and think he's the greatest will get some of your friends out to vote for him as well. So we need to convert people to vote for him.
Ask if you have any questions or anything, ask him. Now's the time. He's on here live, so ask them questions if you're on the sidelines.
Right. Cool.
Yeah.
Deal. So, how was your day, Mr. Rodriguez? How was your day?
Well, thank you so much. First of all, for having me.
Yes.
Ray and Sharky, thank you for everything both of you do. And it's been very busy all these days. I just had an interview a while ago with this person from San Antonio. He owns a few radio stations, you know, in the area around San Antonio,
Right.
in my district. So thank God for people like him, you know, that are willing to support candidates. We've been busy, real busy, and the days coming ahead is gonna be even more. So thank you for having me,
Mr. Rodriguez. So what got you started? What got you into the motivation to jump in and leap to run for Congress?
Well, Sharky, let me start. There's a story behind everything, you know.
Yes, sir.
Nothing comes like from one day to the other. So we start little by little. And back in 2017, I was going through a real hard, you know, situation. And a friend of mine, he's a minister, he's a pastor.
Yeah.
From the McAllen area, he called me. Me dijo, Rolando, you want to go with me? Where? Oh, there's gonna be a meeting. This lady from Houston, she's gonna be here. You know, it's gonna be some kind of a political meeting. So you want to go? I go, yeah, why not? You know,
why not? Right?
So I went, and I was amazed. I was amazed. I've been always against abortion. Okay, for me, abortion is is a very tyrannical act.
Right, right.
So the first thing I hear in this meeting is this tall, wonderful older man speaking against abortion. And it was nothing more and nothing less than Mr. Rafael Cruz, Ted Cruz's father,
Wow.
Wow.
our senator. Yeah, and the team around him, Bianca and Jamie and Hope Cruz and the whole team, they hugged me. They came to me after the meeting. We talked a little bit, and then they invited me to come. They wanted to know me a little more, and I've been really a counselor. I've been counseling friends and people and for about 14 years. So all I know is really principles and values. That has been my life during the last 18 or 20 years. So when this group of friends, when they hear me speaking and when I hear, what is behind their political agenda, I go, this is not really political. This is just doing the right thing, going against abortion. Right. It's just doing the right thing. So anyway, they invited me. I became part of their team, which is Latinos for Trump. Right. Now we are Latino for America First. So one day, I'm a Christian. I know about God and the Word of God since since I was a little kid.
Yeah.
And the Bible is nothing but values, okay? Principles and values. Some people may look at the Bible as a religious book. It's okay. Some others as a history book. It's okay. But the reality is when you read it is that there's principles and values. That's it. More than religion teaches you to live, a good life. And that's it. Anyway, I am invited to be part of the Latino for Trump team. And a month later, we were on the phone daily, but about a month later, one of them, Bianca Gracia, she called me, me dice, Rolandito, are you ready? I go, for what? And she goes, you're going with me to Washington. We're going to have a few meetings in the White House. And I go, oh my God. Oh my God. So right since the beginning, I go straight to the White House. And that's another interesting story because regular media has been telling us that, or was telling us when Trump was in the White House, that he was racist and this and that. All negative stories. But the truth is that when I went in there, his people in his office working, all these people around him, it was at least 50% Hispanics.
Wow.
So I go, something is going on here, That's why I love this podcast and these YouTube channels, people like you guys, because you say the truth.
Thank you.
That's what we're here for, to give information to the community. You're right.
Yes. And this is a very important way of communicating, and just saying the truth. Anyway, it was a very interesting trip. We had like 3 or 4 meetings inside the White House. We had another meeting or different other meetings in different hotels and around Washington. I was also invited to the OEA, the Organization of American States. Had a meeting there with some senators from Colombia and other countries. Yeah. So it was very interesting. I came back, to my house, to Texas, very happy. So I got started, I got involved little by little, learning. And we had different meetings around Texas and in New York and different states. Anyway, one day I received a call at 3:00 in the morning.
Yeah.
And when your phone rings at that time, you go, oh my God, something is not right. And anyway, it was part of my team, Bianca and Socorrito from California. And they start telling me, Rolando, it's time for you to start teaching your community in the Rio Grande Valley, start making videos in Spanish. Because what's coming behind this election It's very scary. They sent me a list of things that were, the, let me put it this way, the hidden agenda
Right.
of a party, of a party that is lying to the people. So I got scared really. 3 o'clock in the morning, telling some friend that are very trusted, very trusted, that they dig deep, before saying something. I go, oh my God. And the first thing, we hung up and everything, and I turned off the light. I went like this, honestly. I lift up my hands and I got nervous. And I said, God help me. I need to reach out to my community. Things are not right. Bad things are coming, and our future generation is at stake. I came, Abigail, my little girl, she's 9. Back then she was 7. Rivka,
Hmm.
Roldan, I have my kids in our whole community.
Right.
So I said, just give me an idea. I need to go to the streets and take a message.
Right.
And it just came to my mind. After prayer, drive around with 2 flags on the back of your truck.
Wow.
Like I said, I don't know why, but I'll do it. So the next day, I told little Abigail, my little girl, hey, Abigail, let's go to Lowe's. What for, Daddy? Oh, I'm going to buy a flag. So I bought the U.S. flag. Then my boy, he researched, or he, in the internet, in Google or something, and he looked for some Trump flags, Trump 2020 flags.
Wow.
Back then, they were not popular at all.
Yeah, you probably couldn't find them.
But, we found some, we ordered them. 3 days later, we received the flags. And with pride in my heart,
Yeah.
and with that assurance that it came from up above, the
Yeah.
message, I put them on the back of my truck, secured
Boom.
the flags. And then I went to visit my mom and my dad so they could see my big flags. And my father told me, "Está loco, quita eso."
Quita ese mugrero, ¿qué estás haciendo? ¿De qué estás fumando, Rolando?
Ándale, así. Dijo, ¿qué te pasó? No, no, quita
¿Qué
eso,
te
está
pasa,
loco, me
Rolando?
dice. Y yo sentí, sentí feíto, pero dije,
Yeah.
no, Daddy, I know what I'm doing this.
Yeah.
I mean, that's serious. Dijo, está bien, está bueno, está bueno, vente a comer, me dice. Anyway.
But you know what, Rolando? That is such an important point in this whole thing, because you know we need to re-educate our older generation, when it comes to, not to values, because I think they have better values than our generation now, right, in a sense,
For
because
sure, for sure.
that's where the foundation comes as far as values. But we need to re-educate them as far as, who they're going to trust with their vote, who they're voting for. Because for when we were little, I remember hearing my parents, no, que vamos a votar por este guy because he's always done good. They didn't know him from Adam. No lo conocían, pero nomás porque, se venía y lo mirábamos en los parades, o a veces
Porque
daba
el
algo
compadre le
gratis,
dijo.
o el compadre, o era de la
Ajá,
familia. Somehow,
ajá.
you vote for him. But, and I say, don't vote for your friends. Don't vote for your family. Vote for the best candidate. And I think that's what needs to change now. That
Of
people need to
course.
step away from the different parties and just vote for the best candidate. Let me interrupt you here and just say hi to some people that are watching this.
Sure.
Some potential voters. Emmanuel, how's it going, Emmanuel? I'm glad you're here. Annabelle, the artist of Talk Show Central RTV Style, is here. Thank you, Annabelle, for joining us. Alan, all the way from Tennessee. Thank you. Yeah, our StreamYard is definitely working, Adam. And from California, DJ Melvin, listening from Los Angeles,
Wow.
California. Melvin, hey, I'm glad you're here. Richard Stebo, so God is Republican. Good Richard. Richard composes songs, and then he brings out a message that a lot of times it makes us think in the whole bit.
Yes,
But
God is
guys,
Republican. Yes.
if you guys have any comments or questions, pose them, and we'll try to get to them as soon as we can, guys. Let me shout out to people on the Skybox. up there. Let's see, Laura Gutierrez, Irma Blanco, Joseph up there. We got three pages running, and we're also live on YouTube. And I can't read all of those people that are watching on that. So, Rolando, that is a great story of God, how you got inspired to, I'm assuming you're talking about the Trump train, right?
Well, I'm about to start the story, but let me send a big hug to mi madrina Laurita Gutierrez.
Órale, Laurita. And, in case you don't know it, it's time to save America. Join the team because Rolando Rodriguez for Congress, District 28. So yeah, and I'm gonna put this right here, and then you can keep going. Formed the original Trump train in McAllen, Texas, and in the nation. I thought it was only a Valley thing, but man, you were the first one. You were the one that taught the USA about Trump trains. Man, tell us about that.
Yeah. Well, I put the two flags on the back of the truck, and I started driving. I live here in Hidalgo. I went to Jackson Road.
Yeah.
Went up to McAllen, and my little girl, Abigail, she was on the back seat, of the truck. And really, we thought that there was an accident or something because we started hearing all these honks, beep, beep, beep. And Abigail goes, something is going on that I go, maybe an accident. I don't know. So this truck passes me by, he honks, and he goes like this. And then little Abigail said, you know what, Daddy? It's because of the flags.
Smart girl.
And I go, you're right. So, I mean, we had so much fun because, Ray, the Rio Grande Valley has been known to be Democrat for more than 100 years.
Yeah.
Okay? And, but I do believe that there is times to turn tables around.
Definitely.
And to turn things around, and those times come from up above, okay? Yeah. So I started driving for about a week and a half with the two flags, and the people got so excited out there. And on the 4th of July, I found out that there was going to be no celebration, for our independence. Wow. And I said, I will not let this happen. Edinburgh, nothing. Hidalgo, nothing. McAllen, Far, San Juan, Alamo, no celebration in any of our cities around here. So I said, I will not let this happen. I will celebrate America, and I will celebrate freedom. You know why, Ray? Because thousands and thousands of people, of soldiers, of patriots have given their life for this beautiful country. And then all of the sudden, just to stop everything.
Yeah.
And what about their lives and their effort and what they did for us? Yeah. So I said, I will honor them, and I will honor God. I will honor our veterans, and I will honor this beautiful land and our community. So I called two friends of mine from church, Eva Arechiga and Demesio Guerrero. And I called Eva. Y le digo, Eva, there's going to be no 4th of July celebration anywhere around the Rio Grande Valley.
Wow.
Let's do something. Let's do a Trump train. Man, she got so excited. Come to my house. Let's adorn and let's put flags to the cars, here in my house. So I went to her house. The Mesio got there. It was only 3 cars. But there were 2 more cars because her daughters were there because they were having, a 4th of July vacation. Yeah. So it was a total of 5 cars. And guess what? We went out on North 10th Street all the way to Edinburgh. Honking, excited.
Yeah.
5 little cars. But we thought that we owned the whole area, that it belonged to us. And the big surprise, when we got all the way to Edinburgh, at Coles, at that big parking area up there, there was another couple of cars following us. So then this lady, she came out from Target. Yep. Amen. this lady, she went into Target to buy a couple of flags so she could feel part of the rally, and she followed us like for 2 hours. So to make a very long story short, Ray, when we finished, we were 9 cars. We finished with prayer. We pray for the country.
Wow.
We pray for our president. We pray for our community. And something came to me like saying, like a feeling,
Yeah.
continue doing this next Saturday. And I go, oh my God, I lost my business because of COVID. I need to do something for my house and for my family. But if I'm not here next Saturday,
Yeah.
and it was like something big inside, going inside of me. And I
Yeah.
said, but my country is first. I'll do it.
Amen.
Amen.
Wow. No,
That's
no.
that's
Wow.
that's what I said. My country
No.
is first. I'll do it. So I asked Eva, we need a place, Eva, for us to start next week, and a big area. And she said, you know what, Orlando, the old Civic Center parking lot, there's no building there, only the big area, the big parking lot. And I told her, yeah, let's go there. So we started the next Saturday at the old Civic Center parking lot. And the people that follow us this first Saturday, they invited more people, more. And we were
Wow.
about 18 cars, more or less. So to make a very long story short, we did it for, every Saturday until election. But when we were about 70 cars, 70 to 80 cars, Bianca Gracia, my friend, the founder or the director of Latino for Trump, now Latino for America First, she
Wow.
called me. Me dice, at night, I don't know why they love to call me 3 o'clock in the morning. They like to wake up people.
Well, that's when they're free, man. When you're, believe it or not, Rolando, when you're busy all day, your free time is like 11:30 to 1 in the
Yes,
morning.
yes. Oh my God. And me dice, Rolandito, I've been praying, and this is what we're gonna do. Le digo, what is it? We're gonna rent an RV, and we're gonna drive around Texas. We're gonna
Órale.
register people to vote, and you're driving the RV.
Cool.
Y le digo, yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it, man.
Let's do it. But I told her, you know what? I need to be on Saturdays at home here in the Valley to
Right.
continue with the rally, with the Trump trains.
Right.
She said, no problem. On this first RV tour, we're going to go from Houston, San Antonio. We're going to visit 19 cities south to all the way to McAllen.
Wow.
So we visited in 1 week, 19 cities. Well, 19 cities in 6 days.
Amazing.
And in every city, we started a caravan. And I was the one that was, would share with the people what I started here. They got excited, and I would pick up the captain. You can be the captain, in this city. So we started a caravan in these 19 cities in 1 week.
Wow.
In less than a week. And that's how everything started. In the then I started receiving phone calls from Brackettville, from Del Rio, from Laredo,
Yeah.
from Brownsville, from Northern Texas, from other states. Rolando, we want to start a rally over here. Can you give us some advice how you started? And and I did. I spent an hour and a half with many people.
Well, it started right here with a little girl believing in her dad.
Yes,
And,
she's the one.
and she was the one that actually figured out that it was a Trump train.
Yes,
Daddy,
yes,
it's because of the flags.
yes.
Oh my God.
And we continue growing. By the maybe a month and a half later, we were about 500 cars every Saturday. Then 1,000 cars, then 2,000, then 3,000, 4,000, 5,000,
Wow.
and
In how much time? In about a month or two? Or
no. It went little by little.
Yeah.
On the last Saturday before election, we were around 6,000 cars in McAllen.
In McAllen alone.
Yeah. in
Wow.
McAllen.
Oh, yes, and by then, other cities were doing their own little thing because they were copying what you were doing, right? También.
Laredo, I mean, all over the nation, really. Just
Wow.
so you can have an idea, in Cincinnati, Ohio, the loop around Cincinnati is
Yeah.
80 miles long.
Yeah.
Well, they cover the 80 miles around.
No way.
Wow.
No way. Man, that's a
Yeah,
lot of cars. I mean, ¿cuántos carros en
yes.
una mile? Oh my
80
God.
miles, the whole a loop around Cincinnati, it was just a big Trump train. In another story, is my friends, Latino for Trump from Florida,
Yeah.
they did their caravans in Florida. In the, it's mostly Cubans and Puerto Ricans,
Yeah. Yeah.
and they don't want to go back to communism,
No, no, no,
especially
no, no.
the
I mean,
Cubans.
they lived in this. They live in what
Yes.
supposedly we're going into, man. And a lot of people don't know this, but this is where we need leaders like you. And I mean, look at Melbourne. We said, damn, I need to get the radio stations involved in this. Some people don't
Absolutely.
know, and so this is. And the thing here is that sometimes we that don't know a lot about this might not say the right words, might say something wrong here and there, but the heart's in it to promote it, and that's what's important. Hey, you're gonna. Es como ahorita dije District 38. Oh, okay, let's gang up on Royal because he said 38. No, it's the heart. You're doing the show, and we're bringing you. People are watching you. We'll probably have 1,000 people watching you, maybe more. And not only that, you're already touching California. You're touching different parts of the nations, which you actually did by creating the Trump train. I mean, it's like, wow, man, you need to go in the history books when kids start studying about movements. Man, you need to be part of that because I
Yes.
mean, man, I didn't know it was that big.
Yeah, well, my
Wow.
friends from Florida, Latino for Trump from Florida, they did a caravan different times, but their biggest one, it was around 30,000 cars in Miami.
Wow.
And then they had the boat rally also.
Well,
They
that's
had
the
a
big rally. That was when on Trump's birthday. Yeah, we had
yeah.
another one here, but I mean, that was planned only like for Trump's birthday, and but everything starts little by little, like maybe a month or a month and a half before the Trump train. My friend from here from McAllen, Mayra Gutierrez, she
Yeah,
called me,
Myra.
Rolando, let's do a flag wave on 2nd and Nolana. That's North McAllen. I
Mhm.
go, let's do it. I took my kids with me. We went to the rally or to the flag wave in a corner. We were maybe 8 people.
Right.
But everything comes little by little by little until the idea came. To do it big, to do it every Saturday, to do it nonstop, because something was behind it, and
Wow.
it's so big that this area that was Democrat for more than 100 years, in a period of 5 months or maybe 5.5 months, we turned it red.
Rolando,
Yeah.
let me interrupt you here. This picture that we're seeing, is this in the valley?
That is at the parking lot at Coles on Trenton and in 10th Street,
Oral, McAllen. And
McAllen.
wow, man, that thing! Look at that; it's packed. I mean, let me back it up.
That
And
one,
and not only that, I was going to crop this picture like right here, but I saw breaking news. That means that you had media coverage and people were interested in this story. I mean, it's like, but you can see, guys, here. I'm closing up. Look at all these flags that are all over the place. Trump flags here, Trump flag there, probably other Trumps flags, and it's like, wow,
well,
this looks
that
exciting.
day we were 700 cars. We were not
Right
even
there in that
1,000
parking
on
lot,
that one.
700 cars.
Yeah,
Wow.
that was maybe
Amazing.
like a month and a half after we started. Yes.
Wow.
Yes, and but I mean, it went crazy, you know. That one is about 700 cars. We went to more than 6,000 cars in one caravan.
In the
Yeah,
valley.
in McAllen.
Oh
Plus,
my God.
this is McAllen, but let me tell you something.
Yeah.
We did Saturdays McAllen, okay, and we did Tuesdays Westlaco, Donna, and Mercedes.
Right. 'Cause they're
And
close by there.
then on Wednesdays, we had another one, smaller one in McAllen. And then, you know, I mean, we had, during the week, we had caravan. We never stopped.
Wow.
It was just like a 24-hour job, really. And the excitement went to this area, to our people. I mean, there's the time appointed by God when tables are turned around. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's not about a political party. It's not about the Republican Party, which we are Republicans, but it's more about our values,
Right.
who we are. We are against abortion. We believe in God. We believe in family. We believe in respect, you know, for each other.
Yeah.
So those are our core values, you know, and I cannot find that in the Democratic Party.
No.
To be
Maybe,
honest.
maybe once upon a time. Maybe once upon a time. But
Well,
not no more.
you know what? They are so much for abortion
Yeah.
that kills everything.
Yeah.
That
You
kills
know what I see a lot. I see a lot of misinformation because everything gets lost in translation. A lot of the campaigns they don't have the information in Spanish. So a lot of our relatives and grandparents, friends, they don't a lot of them don't understand English, so they don't get that information that we hear throughout, you know, day in day out. They're lost, and
Yeah.
there's nobody to explain it to them.
Yeah.
That's why I feel like a lot of times, you know, we need to translate and do some of these campaigns in Spanish as well,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
that everybody's getting the information instead
I
of hearing it
agree. Yes.
second or third hand.
Yes.
Yeah.
I
And
totally
you know
agree
what?
with you.
You know what, Rolando? Why don't you give us not too long, give us a little bit of Spanish. Talk to the Spanish people right now. Let's greet them. Buenas noches, mis amigos, mis compadres. Este es Rolando. Les presento a Rolando aquí que está corriendo pa Congress.
Gracias, Rey. Claro que sí, con mucho gusto. Pues ya sabes, español es mi primer idioma. Y para mí el español es hermoso, ¿no? De
Yo
hecho,
digo que el español es el lenguaje de Diosito.
sí, es el lenguaje del cielo. So, a todos los anglos, los gringuitos que nos están viendo, tienen que aprender español.
There you go.
Un poquito más de mi historia. Yo ayudé mucho en una iglesia en México. No una iglesia, en un movimiento de iglesias, ¿no? Cuando yo era muy jovencito. Entonces, yo viajé por casi todo México, parte de Centroamérica y parte del Caribe.
Sí.
Y yo creo que eso fue parte de mi entrenamiento en relacionarme con las personas, ¿ok? Y bueno, ahora nacido yo en McAllen, obviamente, nacido en McAllen, mis papás arreglaron su green card, su pasaporte. No sé exactamente el año, pero sí sé que fue en los 50. O sea, y hace mucho. Entonces, lo que logramos hacer aquí con todas las caravanas que hicimos, el acercamiento a la comunidad, es precisamente, una, porque es necesario; dos, es el tiempo; y tres, yo ya tenía algo de experiencia, ¿no?, en acercarme a la comunidad. Ha sido mi vida. Mi primer viaje misionero en las montañas de Oaxaca, México, llovió mucho y la camioneta en que íbamos los misioneros ya no pudo subir una montaña por tanta lluvia y nos tocó caminar 10 días.
Wow.
10 días caminamos de pueblo en pueblo. Entonces, eso es acercarse a la gente y acercarse a la comunidad. Desde jovencito lo traigo, yo creo que son dones que Dios nos da.
Wow, wow, amazing.
Wow.
No, sí, y cuéntanos, ¿por qué estás corriendo? I mean, just like 2 sentences. Why are you running?
Lo voy a decir en español y luego en inglés.
Órale.
Estoy corriendo porque este país está en riesgo. Estamos en riesgo todos de perder la libertad. Ese es el fondo de todas las cosas.
Sí.
I am running because this country, we are in the most beautiful country on the face of the planet, but we are at stake right now. We are about to lose our freedoms, and we cannot let that happen. We can save this country. 2022, el año 2022, las votaciones van a ser las más importantes de la historia de este país. 2022 will be the most important elections in the history of this country. That's why I am on the ballot. I think that I'm not a politician, but I don't have to be one. As long as my heart is right and I do the right thing, and I really help like I've been doing, all these years, working with our community from my heart. That's all it takes. So, yes, our country is at stake like never before in history. And many of our people doesn't know this, Ray. They do not know. I know because I've been now all over the country in a lot of meetings. I have the honor to be invited by in private meetings, by last year, 2 years ago, by people real close to President Trump.
Mm-hmm.
And what I heard in those meetings it's very scary. So this is the time to say that. As a matter of fact, is the slogan, of my campaign. It's time to save America. Join the team.
Wow.
Yes.
No,
Yes.
pues sí.
No.
Sharky, anything?
No, sí, es tiempo de ver las cosas como están pasando ahorita, en Estados Unidos. Hay muchos, I mean, you can see it in the market. La market está no tiene rumbo ninguno. La comida súper cara, la gasolina va para arriba. Todo está horroroso. La pandemia, todo. No podemos salir de esta pandemia tampoco. Entonces, ¿a dónde vamos a llegar si no hacemos cambios ahorita? Ahorita es
Así
cuando necesitamos hacer cambios.
Este es el momento, Sharky. Este es el momento y les quiero decir algo. Lo voy a decir en español y en inglés.
All right.
Un congresista, un senador, un representante estatal solo no puede cambiar el país o ponerlo mejor. Se ocupa la cooperación de todo el pueblo.
Así es.
De todos. Ahorita les voy a explicar cómo, por qué y cómo. A congressman, a senator, or any politician, a good one, I'm talking about good conservative people.
Mm-hmm.
We cannot save this country by ourselves. We need the help of every constituent in America.
Yeah.
We all have to be part of this movement, in saving America. How? Donate to our campaigns. That's one. Number two, get involved in local elections. Get involved in helping at your local GOP. The most important thing is to, when there's elections, we need poll watchers at the polling places. We need people to be, there watching. I'm a witness. Right. I'm a witness here of voter fraud. Okay. Mm-hmm. For the first time in history, last year, from our Trump train, we sent at least one poll watcher to every polling place. There were about 73 or 74 polling places, all over the county, Hidalgo County. And before the Trump train, the GOP would send just maybe 5 or 10 poll watchers because there was no people really at the Republican Party. Mm-hmm. There were people, but not enough to send, to the poll watchers. To be poll watchers. So from our caravan, we send at least one to every polling place. But the sad story is when they came back, not all of them, but many of them, they came back with sad stories, like they saw things there that are not right.
Yeah.
So how can we save this country? Well, go to your local GOP office, get involved, get registered, be a member, get educated to how to be a poll watcher, and when there's elections, go and be there and be a witness of history. Take your pen, your paper, your cell phone, get instructed. Take some your water, your food, whatever, and spend the whole day there watching for this country. But we
Yeah.
need people to do it we need people in every polling place, because Democrats, I'm a witness how they stole the election, at least in my county. Okay. And I have affidavits, in a court right now.
Wow.
And
Yeah.
we'll see what happens. But we even have a case at the Supreme Court in Washington
Hmm.
regarding election fraud.
Wow.
Wow.
This past Monday, they opened the case. We'll see in the future. Pray
Yeah.
for us that they will continue with the case.
Yeah.
But yes, this is Hispanics people that are doing this right now
Right.
because we love this country.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, our First Amendment, our Second Amendment, you cannot find that in any other country around the
No.
world.
No. 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 This is
And
verdad.
right now, we are suffering tyranny. Let me explain you why. Like a week ago, I took my girls to school. Okay, they told us first day after the Christmas vacation that if they would not wear the mask, they could not go in.
Right.
Then that it was okay, they could stay there, but they were gonna put all the kids without the mask in a different place, in a different room, segregated.
Sarah. Yeah.
Segregated.
And I said, I will not allow that. No,
Right.
this is the land of the free. So this group of parents and myself, we went to the main office in Edinburgh and to see Superintendent Dr. Narciso Garcia,
Right.
and he called the police on us.
Wow.
Instead of helping or instead of coming out and face the situation, he's a coward. He stayed there and he called the police on us. We were almost arrested. And my girl, she's right here with me right now. She's not going to school. And you know what? She will not go. If one day soon a judge call me or send me a letter, whatever, why is your girl not going to school? And if they call me or send me to jail, I'm willing to do it. I will fight for
Yeah.
this country. I will fight for freedom. I will fight for freedom. So this is not something that may come. It's here already. It's
Yes.
happening. And we need
Yeah.
to be brave and take courage
Yeah.
for what belongs to us. Nobody can tell you you cannot breathe clean and fresh air. Look, not
That
even
is
Joe
so true.
Biden or Kamala Harris.
Right. And
Nobody.
the thing about that, and we did a show about that, but the thing about that is that they have us brainwashed. They have us. They're giving us information that is not necessarily correct, and
Mhm.
they're doing us like you said. They're doing us because they want to control us, and so we need to stand up and we need to fight, but we're gonna fight with our vote. We're gonna be
Yeah.
vocal about it. We're gonna teach those that are naive to the message, because so many years we were okay. The government surely cannot cost us any harm. They're here to protect us, and especially the older generations where they come in from a level of humility and humbleness, but they've taken that humility and humbleness as weak. But they're not weak. They were just didn't have the information. Now, if we can get that information to this older generation of voters, man, this country will turn around quickly, because they have voted without knowing all the facts.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yes. And I have nothing, Ray, against gay people. They know what they do. God bless them.
Right.
and I believe that God can change the life of any person that comes to Him. But what I don't think that it's okay is for them to bring this this to our kids in school. This kind of teachings.
All right.
I'm
Yeah.
totally against that.
Right.
Totally against that. So this is the time to act. So please go to my webpage, rolandoforcongress.com. Part of my story is there, and there's at the bottom, WinRed. They can donate through WinRed. We do
Right.
need the money. My district, that's just so you'll know, is around 10,000 square miles.
Wow.
You
Oh,
know,
wow.
you know, in Texas everything is big. So
Texas is where it's where big. Texas is where big goes to find the definition of big.
yes, you're right. So yes, District 28 is around 10,000 square miles,
Wow.
and it takes money, to go around the district, put signs, everything. It takes a lot of money. Right now, I am going by faith because I started this by faith, and I
Right.
know God is faithful. And if anybody would like to help me in the campaign, I will appreciate it. I'll tell you one thing: I've been investing not only money in this, I have been investing my life
Yes.
because I know that what's coming is not good. And if we don't act today, tomorrow is going to be late.
Hmm.
Yeah, that is so true. Tomorrow it will definitely be too late, guys. Let me read some of these comments that have been coming in. We didn't really want to interrupt you guys, but we want to make sure that I know aquí sale. Well, Georgina dice, "Go Rolando." Emmanuel dice, "Thanks to Rolando, we started the in Alamo the Alamo Trump train."
Yeah.
Hey, Rene, good evening. I'm glad you're here, Rene. Melvin, we read Melvin's. In fact, I pulled Melvin's out because I thought it was so impactful that somebody from California in the radio business wants to get other radios involved. Annabelle says, that's amazing, referring to their story. Georgina comes in and says, fantastic. Y dice, Go Rolando dice, Manny dice, if we do it again, certainly lots of "Let's Go Brandon" flags will be present. I think even Biden would cheer for the "Go Brandon" flag. Alamos Fridays in Alamo. Georgina dice, ¿qué dice Georgina? You're exactly right, Rolando. Lots of Republicans can sell themselves to rich Democrats, and that
Mhm.
unfortunately has happened. You know, ¿qué dice Sharky? Let me.
Georgina
I
dice,
love it. Yeah.
somos mansos, no mensos.
Yeah, that's
Uh-huh.
true. Mancitos, right? Pero that's true, man. Because so long they've always in movies they portrayed us as yard workers, as people that wash cars, the bad guys, and this and that. But it's like we're more than that. We're more than the guys that cut the grass, and we need those guys. And a lot of those guys have great businesses, and they're making a great living. And more power to them. We're more than the guys that paint the houses. We're more than the guys that built the houses, and we need all those guys. We're also lawyers. We're also doctors. We're also teachers. We're also congressmen. You
Yes.
know, and and
Yes.
and and they need to make sure that they are checking out this movement, that the Hispanics, los mexicanos, que hablan el lenguaje de Dios,
Sí.
tiene poder y va a votar para que esto cambie,
Sí.
and they need to watch out, man. And the thing is that the politicians know this. They will serve the voters, maybe to get the vote. But eventually that's what happens. And unfortunately, there's too many of us that don't vote. There's too many people out there that dicen, no, ¿pa' qué voto? Si acabo
Yeah.
nada cambia. Now, if you can't vote and you're here, hey, that's another deal. But if you're here and you can vote, how dare you? How dare you not vote? And I've said this before in other shows, because lots of our family members, lots of our brothers, our sisters, our brothers, our uncles, our grandfathers, our fathers, you name it, went to war so that you have the right to not vote, so that you have the right to do whatever it is you want to do here in the United States because of their sacrifice, because they gave up their life so that you can live in the United States, the greatest country in the world. And you, the price that you can pay back is your vote, and you dare not pay? How un-American.
And at this point, our freedoms are counting on that vote.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. You're right.
I as you say that, I'm thinking of a picture. I'm thinking of the Statue of Liberty crying, please vote.
And another thing, Ray, taking advantage of your fabulous program and everything.
You take it, man. This is your show.
What I would like to tell our viewers tonight is that for them to promote my web page, my Facebook page, everything. This is the way they can help. If you can go in and donate $100, $50, whatever you can, just do it from your heart. Everything helps. But another way is go to my Facebook page, go to my web page, and put comments and share it with friends. Look for families, look for friends in the Laredo area, Rio Grande City, Roma, the east side of San Antonio, the southern side of New Braunfels, Cibolo, all that area. Look for people, even if you don't have any family there, get in your computer, get in your cell phone, look for people from the area and share my information. That's how you can help right now. And that counts even more than money.
Now, which one is your webpage? Is it just under your name, or does it have?
No, Rolando for Congress.com.
Oh, your webpage.
Yes.
Okay. Hold on. Let me.
And there's a little story there about the Trump train and other things I've been doing, for that community. I've been involved in many other areas, and I can share a testimony if you let me. When you finish looking at my webpage.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. This is a very important, because this is let me tell you something. Some people, they want to know what I would do as a congressman for the district. Okay. First of all, I want to say something. I will not only work for District 28. I will work for the whole nation. Okay. For the whole nation. I will try to pass laws and bring things that will bless the whole nation. But for District 28, what I would like to do is to push hard and fight so our oil and gas jobs, can continue. And to have a better relationship, with the Mexican companies or Mexican people, so they can come to Laredo, Texas, and continue being our guests in Laredo. The Mexican economy is always welcome on this side. We all know that. The valley in the South Texas area, a part of our economy comes from Mexico. Okay, we need to secure the border. We love people, but we want them to come, but in a legal way.
In a legal way.
To get lost in the river, to be raped at the river, to be for them to steal their money at the river. We don't want that. They need to come in a safe way, and in a legal way. So we need to secure the border. We need to finish the wall. And you name it. There's a lot of work to do in District 28.
Agree.
There's a beautiful, beautiful landscape. For example, in Zapata.
Right.
Okay. There's around Zapata, just such a beautiful country. In the lake in Zapata, by the way, it's empty. There's no water. Right now there's no water in the lake, So we need to fix that area to be like a tourist area, so it can bring money to the community.
Yeah.
Wow.
and bring jobs. Maybe a company that can bring jobs to South Texas. There's a lot to do, but the
Hmm.
most important thing right now is to save our country.
Yes.
Communism already is already in here. We need to finish with that. We need to uh, fight so we can have more seats in Congress, in Washington. So when we have President Donald Trump again in office, he will be able, to do more things for this country, like what I am about to share right now. Back in 2018, and
Hmm.
this is like the Trump train, another amazing story.
All right.
One night, I woke up in the middle of the night. I could not go to sleep. Just walking back and forth in my living room. It was dark and back and forth. I felt in
Right.
my spirit that there was something, that I needed to know. After an hour and a half around there, something's, just a thought came to my mind. I was praying, of course. And this thought came to my mind. Write a letter. You need to write a letter. It sounds crazy what I'm saying, but it's the truth. For President Donald J. Trump,
Right.
and tell him that you will support him against abortion,
Wow.
and that Hispanic community will support him against abortion. So I went to bed again, went to sleep. The next day, I told Roldan, my older boy, he's he's still in college, about to graduate. Back then, he was barely starting college. And I told him, hey, let me go into your room, because he's got his desk and everything there, since he's always doing his homework anyway. And I told him, I need to be by myself in your room. I'm gonna write a letter, to President Trump. And he looks at me like, are you okay, Daddy? And I go, yeah, yeah. I'm writing a letter for President Trump to support him again, so he can do something, against abortion. So I started writing the letter, and I only went half a page. Look, I
Wow.
have a notebook here. I have
Right.
half a page, half a page. Then I quit writing, and I said to myself, maybe I'm crazy. What am I doing? Writing a letter to the president. First, it has to be perfect, and I stopped writing the letter. I
Right.
only
Right.
went half a page. Well, I left the notebook there. 3 days later, I received a phone call from Amelia Kennedy. Amelia
Wow.
Kennedy, she's from North Carolina,
Hmm.
and she's part of Latino for Trump. And back then, Amelia and Bianca, they were going very often to the White House. And 3 days later, Amelia called me, Rolandito, I need to talk to you. And I go, what's going on, Amelia? She said, well, you need to know this. We went to the White House, me and Bianca, and we had a meeting with Donald J. Trump. He's gonna go against abortion, and he wants a letter from the Hispanic community. Can you write it? Can you do the letter for us? No, hombre.
Yeah, I already got it going on.
Oh my God.
Wow.
I told Roland, can I go back into your room? So I went back to the room.
Oh man.
I- Honestly, I cried, really. I cried
Wow.
that day.
Amazing.
So I went to the room and I prayed. I said, Lord, I don't want for it to take me three hours to write a letter, or 3 days. I know it's for the president. It's gotta be perfect, but just give me the message.
Yeah.
Send me the message. And I started writing in Spanish, en español, porque es mi
Sí.
primer idioma, ¿no?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Empecé a escribir, 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 escribir. When I finished, I called Roland, mijo, ven para acá. And he read the letter. And y me dice, papi, tú escribiste esto. A mí, y le digo, sí. Dijo, it's wonderful, it's beautiful, it's perfect.
Right.
And he goes, can I add a couple of lines only that will fit perfectly right in the middle? I go ahead. Because Roland,
Yeah.
he was barely starting college back then, but I mean, he could have been a
He's a good
teacher.
writer.
Well, he has read a little over 5,000 books. So,
Okay.
so reading and writing, he's an expert
Yeah. Yeah.
in that, languages and everything. So anyway, he translated the letter. He put a couple of lines, and then it took me about a month to visit different ministers from our community,
Right.
and they signed the letter. They put their
Wow.
names, their telephone number, their emails, and they approved the letter. Then I did the whole package, the letter, the signatures. I sent it to Amelia, and they put my letter on President Trump's desk. And
Hmm.
then with our letter from the Valley, he went against the war. That's how he started, his all he did,
Wow.
against abortion.
Wow.
So we have been active in the. It's been by divine appointment. I
Wow.
have no other way
And this was
of
before you
saying
started.
it.
You decided to run for Congress, right?
Excuse me.
This was before you decided to run for Congress.
Oh, this is. Oh, yeah. I mean, wait. I'm talking about 2018, about the letter.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
And you know
And
why? This is why I say that the definition of a leader is not somebody that gets a title. It's somebody that's already doing the job. And then because they're doing the job, then les dan el title, but no big deal because you were already doing it. And now
yeah,
you get better at what you're doing it. And so many politicians, so many people run for office and they're not doing what they're supposed to do, but then they want to be called congressmen. Then they want to be called representatives. They want to be called mayors. They want to be called commissioners, but they're not doing the job before they get the title, and this is good that you are doing the job before you got the title. And now when you get elected, pues it's gonna, hey, pues claro, the guy should have been congressman even before that.
yeah. Well, you are right, Ray. You are right. I've been working. I've been on the road. I've been on the streets. I've been visiting people. I've been in so many meetings around the country. I've had the honor to be once also in a phone call with President Trump,
Wow.
in
Wow.
in the being invited, to be part of a solution for your country. There's no greater reward
Yeah.
than that feeling and knowing that that's a
Yeah.
blessing.
Yeah.
That someone said some time ago that if we're living in hard times, which we all know we do, but there's a song in Spanish by a wonderful singer, Christian singer, from Mexico, que dice, para este tiempo nací. I was born for
Right.
such a time as this.
Yeah.
Nacimos para este tiempo. If these times are tough and hard, well, God will equip us for such a time as this.
Yeah.
And that's what we have been doing. Yes.
Amen.
Wow.
Well, before we forget, or before I forget, let me share something with you guys. Let me share Rolando's web page, and here it is, guys. Right out of uh, this is right out of the internet. Here's his web page. When you go to his web page, this is what you will see. It opens up with this. It's in español también, in case you want to see it in español. You got his stories. You could tell there, pum, 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 en español, para que mi gente lo pueda leer, and all of that. And, I mean, you go back to, I guess, English. I don't know how to do that, but you can go back here home, and you got a lot of stuff in there. And there's a little donate button right here, so you can hit that and go ahead and go in this, and it's time to save America. Join the team. So I just wanted to share that with you guys, because it's important that you know where to go get the information, you know where to go donate, you know where to go, find the contact that you need so that you can support Orlando. Now, come election week, guys, some people need to hold signs out there. I know that I normally hold signs for some of my friends. And so this is something that, hey, you got to do. I would challenge you guys to call five of your friends. 5 of your
Yes.
friends that are not supporting Rolando, 5 of your friends that don't know Rolando, and if you get 1 out of 5, that's one more voter that wasn't going to vote. And again, I'm sure you're doing you're registering people to vote and all that, and that's great because you need new voters. We need new voters. We need to convert the non-voters into voters,
Uh-huh.
and we need to change their mind that it is time to have faith in the vote. And
Yes.
this last election, the vote that was so precious got beat up. It got beat up pretty bad. And I mean, there's 3 things you don't mess with in the United States. You don't mess with the vote, you don't vote with the Statue of Liberty, you don't vote with a flag, and you don't I mean, you shouldn't mess with the president. But hey, you know what? Don't mess with the Constitution. Don't mess with the flag, man. We gotta respect our flag. And I've said it before. You don't go to a family reunion and slap mama.
Uh-huh.
You don't go slapping grandma. Why are we slapping the flag, man? Come on. Where's the respect? Who do we respect when you downgrade the flag, when you burn it, when you kneel instead of putting your hand on your heart for just for I mean, just in reverence of all the people that died, all the soldiers that gave their lives for America. Man, I don't understand it, Rolando. It's like that needs to change.
It needs to change, and everything came years ago, Ray, to our universities. Teachers
Yes.
from other countries, they brought all these Marxist teaching to our kids,
Yeah.
and it is very sad. As a matter of fact, like 3 months ago, I was in a meeting in Edinburgh with the commissioners and the mayor and
Mhm.
other people there, and we were having a debate if I was with a large group of friends, that we are because we're against abortion.
Right. Right.
And there was another group of people, they wanted a clinic in Edinburgh for abortions,
Wow.
and we wanted for Edinburgh to be a sanctuary city for babies. Anyway, I got there, and we stood up for the Pledge of Allegiance,
Hmm.
and all these kids from college, those that have pink hair, gray hair, blue hair, all kinds of hairs, and they didn't stood up. They I mean, they did not honor the flag,
Right.
and I told them it is a shame what you all are doing. You all don't have any respect, not only for us but for this country. And that's what's going on. That's what is killing this country.
Yeah. Yeah.
We need to stop that. I believe that we need to bring back to our school system our history lessons, in the American history, Texas history, in the Constitution, the Bill of Rights. And I really believe that every U.S. citizen at least should have at least some kind of military training.
Yeah.
Yeah, they need. We all need to honor and love this beautiful country.
Yeah. 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 And you know what? Do they have the right? Yes. But at some point, having the right and doing what's right is 2 different things.
Uh-huh.
You know, do I have the right to slap mama? Well, I can. I have the power, but is it right? No.
No.
So I shouldn't slap mama. Do I have the right to kneel or burn the flag? Yeah, I do have that right. Is it right? No. It's
Mm-hmm.
not right. So it's like, they're getting 2 things confused. What's right and I have the right to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just confusing, and that's just not right. This younger generation is going to cause the United States to break apart. It's already breaking apart. I have also said, man, at some point, man, we may come into civil war. I don't know. Pero pues at some point, man, va a haber algo. And
Va a haber algo.
that
Yo he
something
vi-
that we can't even imagine.
Ujú. Mira, muchos pastores no están involucrados en esto. Many pastors are
Yeah.
not involved in this. They don't even know what we have been doing, for the community.
Right, right.
As a matter of fact, like 2 months ago, hace como 2 meses, los legisladores del estado de Texas en el Capitolio
Mm-hmm.
pasaron una ley donde protege a los pastores. They pass a law to protect churches and pastors
Right.
in case of another epidemic or virus. They will not have to close their churches and they will not go to jail if they open the church.
Right, right.
So they call me and I help the legislators a lot, to pass this law. I reach the community, and we won. Now it's a law, but they don't even know what we
Right.
did for them. Los pastores no saben lo que hicimos por ellos, que ahora las iglesias ya no hay problema si no se cierran en una pandemia y nadie nos puede meter a la cárcel. Entonces, se tienen que involucrar en esto. Esa es nuestra tarea, nuestro mensaje con ellos, pero pues tenemos que enseñarles cómo y por qué y cómo.
Sí, sí. Well, great. Well, guys, we've gone over an hour and 10 minutes. We really don't want to go any longer. This was a great show. Rolando, we want you to come back. And the reason we don't want to go any longer because we want people to re-see the show later on. And people are busy. They may see the show for 45 minutes, maybe an hour. But, you get into the 2 hours thing, and people, are not going to get, they're got other things to do, right? And so, Rolando, leave us with some last words, and then Sharky and I will close it up.
Thank you, Ray. Yes, I would like to close up with this. Participate in your city, in your town. Look for the right news. Don't go to the normal channels. You will not hear the complete truth there. That's one. Two, get involved in local elections. Get involved with your local GOP. Help conservative candidates. Share our message. Like if right now, all of our friends watching this show, if they would go to my webpage, to my Facebook, and they start looking for people, or if they have family in District 28, which is from Rio Grande or from La Grulla all the way to Laredo and up to San Antonio, send my information to your friends and relatives. But not only that, tell your relatives to keep sharing the information. I mean, we cannot stop working. This is the only way we will bring America back. We will win America back. So we need the involvement of every constituent, everyone. God bless you all.
Thank you.
Well, thank you, sir. It's an honor to have you here. Sharky, last words.
Thank you for coming on our show and telling us about you and telling us about your stories, which is pretty incredible because I mean not everybody does that, but it was so awesome just to have you on here, both in English as well as in Spanish, to tell everybody, all of our fans and followers. We will be also sharing this and sponsoring it so that it can go further than this.
Yeah.
So it'll be replayed and people will see it over and over.
Yeah.
Thank you. Just to finish, during my caravans, it only happened once. This man pulled up a gun to me. He did not point to me. He started cussing me because of the flags, Trump flags and the U.S. flag. And he grabbed his gun, but he never pointed at me. But you know what? That didn't stop me. I didn't feel like I wasn't even afraid of that incident. So keep me in your prayers. Share my information. And Ray and Sharky, thank you so much for your great work. We need you guys. We need you guys, and we need more people like you guys. I've been thinking that if you guys make like a national net of patriots,
yes,
we will. I mean, you are the other part of the story. So thank you for what you're doing.
No, thank you. And as you were saying that, I was thinking of the biblical Gideon. where God says, "Great job, mighty warrior." And so, man, I'm not saying that I'm God or anything, but I'm saying, man, you're doing an excellent job, and keep it up,
Yes.
because we definitely need you. We definitely need you in office. You're a man of integrity, character, and great values. And man, I didn't really know you before that, but I think you changed my mind. And I mean, I think I can vote for you. If I can't, well, then I'm gonna get my
Well,
friends that in your district to definitely vote for you. Because I mean, really, you inspired us to go vote for you. So uh
Thank you.
Rolando Rodriguez, you're the man. You're the man for District 38. I mean,
can I show you all something?
28.
Can I show you all something before we
Show me,
finish?
show me, show
Yes,
me.
sir.
This is the first sign I made, and it was first Hispanic Saving America, but I changed it to It's Time to Save America. That way
Right,
we include everybody.
right.
And I put Hispanics not because we're the ones changing America, but because I wanted to encourage other Hispanics, to come in, and work with us. So let me show you something.
Yeah, there you go. Okay.
Nice. Hispanic Saving America. Join the team. Rolando Rodriguez for Congress. Pro-life, pro-family. Eliminate property tax. Protect our borders and medical freedoms. One nation under God.
Yeah. It was as más. I can do it better. Mira, siéntate, siéntate. I can do it better. I have it here. Sit down, sit down. There you go.
Yeah.
Nice.
I have it, man.
Right there.
Es que me lo mandates. And so yeah, this is great.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's time to save America. Yes.
yeah. And,
Yes.
that's
Well,
a
thank you
great
so much
poster.
for
That's a great poster.
promoting us. God
Oh,
bless
no, no,
you.
no. No,
Thank you.
thank you. Uh, Sir, just hit the red button. Thank you for coming in the show. And we want to do a Spanish show with you probably in a couple of weeks. Un show en español, puro español. Para mi gente
Perfecto. Me
bonita.
encanta la idea. Está bien.
Ándale.
Okay.
We'll see you. Pícale al botón rojo y adiós.
Gracias.
Gracias.
Ándale. Bye-bye. All right. Good deal. He can't find it. Hit the red button.
Okay.
Hit the red button. Oh, yeah. Okay,
Let me
come on.
see.
All right, cool deal. So, Sharky, man, that was a great show, man. I think it went really well. Wow, what you think?
I like all the information, all the I mean, everything that he believes in. It's what I'm seeing day in day out. I mean, in our country, I mean, we are in grave danger of losing freedoms. I mean, we look at our foods. We have food shortage. We have shortages on merchandise, shortages on fuel. We have all kinds of stuff going on. That I mean, come on. When in history have we been in this much
No,
of trouble? It's
yeah,
ridiculous. So something has to give, something has to change, and I believe that everybody needs to be part of it and get up and vote. We need to
yeah.
get out there and try something different, because what's going on right now, it
It
ain't
ain't
working.
working. It ain't working, and it's gonna get worse than
It
what
ain't
it
working.
is. And it's like it's kind of like you're in the vehicle situation. Fixing cars. It's kind of like when you have maybe a flat tire. You le pones duct tape. It ain't gonna last. You're still gonna have a
No,
flat tire.
not.
It's
Yeah, I mean, we cannot wait until they decide to say, you know what, we're gonna have rolling outages. We're gonna have rolling outages on water. We're gonna have
right,
rolling because there's not enough to go around.
right,
Everything is possible. So, are we gonna wait for that to happen before we do something?
wow. No, this is so true, so true. So, guys, this is Sharky, and this is Royal. This is Talk Show Central RTV style. We are the show that brings you the information. We bring you everything, and this was Easygoing Politics with candidate for Congress Rolando Rodriguez. and District 28, guys. So, hey, uh, put in your comments, see it on the replay, hashtag replays. And, guys, we see you on our next show. And let's see what happens, man. Have a good, wonderful week. Y adios.
Make sure to follow, share, and like.
Share, follow, like. Give us the likes, guys. You know what? As a matter of fact, we just hit 2149, guys. We are 51 followers away from 22. This is incredible. Sharky said he wanted to hit 5,000 by next year. I think we're gonna do it in 6 months, Sharky.
I see it.
I don't know. I'm feeling the momentum. It's happening, and it's gonna get there. And if all of those 2,100 plus followers could vote, then no, some of them can't, because some of them, quite frankly, are from outside of the United States, because we are international, guys, and so we have followers from outside the United States.
Right.
I would say probably about 500 people are from out of state, and so yeah, Rolando saying bye. And okay, somebody's giving us another where to go. All right. So, guys, buenas noches. Abracitos. Besitos. Thank you to everybody that came by. We will see you on our next show. Bye-bye.